Killing laziness. Laziness isn't a character flaw, it's a habit loop fueled by low dopamine, unclear goals, and energy drains. The good news? It's killable with deliberate action. Laziness is not always lack of desire, it's often fear, confusion, or mental fatigue disguised as comfort. You're not lazy because you don't care. You're lazy because your brain is protecting you from discomfort. The reality of laziness: facing the enemy within. Understanding what laziness truly is and why it destroys potential. Laziness isn't just inactivity, it's resistance to purpose. Every time you delay action, you surrender a piece of your future. Your dreams don't die from failure, they die from delay. Think of a student who keeps saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year, and suddenly life has passed. Ask yourself, what has laziness already stolen from me? Write down 3 dreams you've delayed because of laziness. Set one simple action to begin today. Promise yourself, no more excuses. The science of laziness: how the mind tricks you. Understanding the psychology behind procrastination. Laziness is a survival mechanism. Your brain avoids effort to conserve energy. Comfort is your greatest trap. Your environment reinforces your habits. Cluttered space, cluttered mind. A young man who sleeps 10 hours daily says, "I'm just tired." In reality, he's overstimulated with social media and underexercised in purpose. When do you feel laziest? What triggers it? Boredom, fear, confusion, or lack of direction? Identify your biggest distractions. Clean your physical space. Build a morning ritual that starts movement early. Vision, the fuel that destroys laziness. Without vision, effort dies. A person without a clear purpose drifts into comfort. Vision gives meaning to pain and effort. Productivity flows from purpose. A soldier trains in the rain not because it's fun, but because the mission matters. Ask, what would my life look like if I stayed consistent for 1 year? Write your life vision in 1 page. Set 3 major goals for the next 12 months. Read that vision daily before starting your day. Discipline, the bridge between dreams and reality. Learning to act even when you don't feel like it. Motivation gets you started, discipline keeps you going. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Every small act of discipline compounds. Imagine doing 20 push-ups daily for 1 year, that's over 7,000 push-ups. Small effort, massive result. What habits would transform your life if done daily for 90 days? Choose one discipline, e.g. wake up at 5 a.m. Commit to it for 30 days, no breaks. Track your progress visibly. Destroying excuses, the art of self-honesty. Excuses protect laziness. Honesty kills it. Excuses sound smart but achieve nothing. Every "I can't" hides an "I won't." Accountability exposes laziness. A man says, "I don't have time," yet he spends 3 hours scrolling. That's not lack of time, that's lack of truth. What excuse have you been repeating for years? Write down your top 3 excuses. Rewrite them into action statements. Example, I don't have time, I will wake up earlier. Find an accountability partner. Time management, mastering the 24 hours. Controlling your time is controlling your destiny. Everyone has the same 24 hours, the difference is priorities. Schedule your values, not your feelings. Productivity isn't being busy, it's being effective. 2 people work 8 hours, one produces results, the other produces excuses. The difference? Focus. Where does your time go every day? Track your activities for 1 day. Cut 1 hour of waste. Fill it with something that builds you. Building momentum, the power of small wins. Success grows from repeated small victories. Momentum is motivation's best friend. Celebrate small progress. Start easy, then build harder habits. A man begins by walking 10 minutes daily. Soon he's running marathons because he started small but stayed consistent. What small win could you achieve today? Pick one small task you've delayed. Complete it before sleeping. Write it down as a victory. Focus, eliminating distractions. You can't kill laziness while feeding distraction. Multitasking is disguised laziness, it avoids deep work. Your phone is a productivity killer if not controlled. Focus creates flow. Writers who work 4 distraction-free hours produce more than those who work 10 scattered hours. What distracts you most? Turn off notifications. Work in 45-minute deep sessions. Reward yourself after focused work. The habit system, turning effort into automation. Build systems that make success automatic. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Habits reduce decision fatigue. Repetition builds identity, what you do daily defines who you are. If you read 10 pages daily, That's 3,650 pages in a year, over 15 books. You don't need huge effort, just daily discipline. What one habit could change your life if repeated daily? Pick one keystone habit: exercise, journaling, early rising. Attach it to an existing routine. Track it for 21 days. No excuses. Morning mastery, winning before the world wakes. Productivity begins before sunrise. The early hours set the tone for the day. Quiet mornings are the perfect time for focus and reflection. Success starts with structured mornings. Leaders like Tim Cook and Jocko Willink rise by 4:30 a.m., not to brag, but to win the day before distractions begin. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Build your mind or check your phone? Wake up 30 minutes earlier this week. Spend that time on prayer, planning, or exercise. Protect your morning. No phone, no news. Energy management, the fuel of productivity. Productivity is more about energy than time. You can't perform at your best if you're physically and mentally exhausted. Rest, nutrition, and movement are productivity weapons. A strong body supports a strong mind. A well-rested worker accomplishes in 4 hours what a tired one does in 10. When do you feel most energized and what drains you most? Sleep at least 7 hours nightly. Move daily, even 20 minutes. Eat for energy, not emotion. The power of environment. Your surroundings shape your behavior. You can't stay motivated in a toxic or lazy environment. Surround yourself with people and places that push you higher. Environment beats willpower. If 5 of your friends are lazy, you'll likely be the 6th. But if 5 chase growth, you'll be pulled upward. Who and what surrounds you, inspiration or distraction? Clean and organize your workspace. Reduce time with negative people. Create an environment that reflects your goals. Mastering consistency, the boring secret of greatness. Progress happens through repetition, not excitement. Consistency is the ultimate multiplier. Boredom is the test of champions. Showing up daily builds unstoppable confidence. Athletes don't train only when they feel like it. They train every day, rain or shine. Are you consistent only when inspired or even when it's hard? Pick one goal. Work on it daily for 90 days. Record your progress weekly. Don't break the chain, ever. Mindset reset, reprogramming your thinking. Laziness begins in the mind before it shows in the body. The words you speak to yourself create your behavior. Replace "I can't" with "I must." The productive mind sees opportunities, not obstacles. A student says, "I hate studying." Another says, "Studying gets me closer to freedom." Both face the same work, but one wins. What negative beliefs fuel your laziness? Write down your common negative thoughts. Rewrite them into empowering truths. Say them aloud every morning. The power of deadlines: pressure creates diamonds. Time limits create focus. Open-ended goals breed procrastination. Deadlines trigger urgency and accountability. Use pressure positively. Students who study only before exams prove that pressure produces performance. The trick is creating it early. Do you set deadlines or do you drift without urgency? Set a clear deadline for your main goal. Break it into smaller weekly goals. Reward yourself when you meet them. Purpose-driven work, doing it for something bigger. True productivity is fueled by meaning. When your work connects to your why, laziness dies. Passion fades, but purpose endures. Work that matters energizes you. A parent working hard to feed their children rarely complains because love gives energy. What's your why behind your work? Write your reason for pursuing your goal. Read it every morning. Let it drive your decisions. Overcoming failure and fatigue. Laziness often hides behind disappointment. Failure isn't final, quitting is. Rest is not laziness. Recovery is strategic. Learn, adjust, and return stronger. Jack Ma was rejected from working in a store, then he went on to build Alibaba. Do you stop when tired or when finished? Reframe your failures as feedback. Rest strategically, not endlessly. Keep moving forward after every setback. The power of accountability. What's monitored improves. People perform better when someone's watching. Mentors and peers push consistency. Accountability destroys comfort zones. A gym partner will push you through reps you'd skip alone. Who holds you accountable for your growth? Find a partner or mentor for your goals. Share your progress weekly. Accept correction, it's growth, not criticism. Legacy thinking, living beyond today. Productivity isn't just about doing more, it's about becoming more. Lazy people think of pleasure, productive people think of impact. Live with the end in mind. Your habits today create the story people will tell tomorrow. Steve Jobs said, "We're here to put a dent in the universe." That's legacy, not laziness. If you died today, what would your work say about you? Define the legacy you want to leave. Align your daily actions with that vision. Do something today that outlives you. Becoming unstoppable, the productive life. Productivity isn't an act, it's an identity. You're no longer the person who delays, you're the person who does. Greatness isn't built in a moment but in daily movement. Kill laziness by living with intention. Every hero you admire simply refused to quit. That's the secret. Who will you choose to be after this talk, the dreamer or the doer? Review all 20 hours of lessons. Build your 90-day productivity plan. Begin today. Not tomorrow. Today. Killing laziness isn't about working non-stop, it's about living with purpose, focus, and consistency. The productive life is not a life of endless hustle, but one of intentional action.